subscribers and viewers. P9TravelVlogs back with another live stream. And I had a lot going on yesterday, so I wasn't able to get on live stream yesterday, unfortunately. But I'm here today. So happy Sunday to you guys. I'm gonna wait for some people to get into the chat and we can get into our discussions. Welcome to the live people. What up, Nate? Welcome to the live. Good afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Braxton, what's going on? You got beat just by a hair, bro. It's all good though. As long as you hear, it's all that matters, man. As long as you hear, it's all that matters. Hope y'all doing good today. Hopefully y'all doing good today on this lovely Sunday. Tina Mo Show in the building. What's up, Tina? Happy Sunday to you as well. Thanks for tuning in to the live stream. Thanks. I appreciate y'all. We got a few people in the building now, so we can. I guess it's safe to go ahead and proceed with the topic at hand. What's up, Dark Horse? Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I wanted to talk about a couple of things. I wanted to talk about my travel aspirations for 2026. And also I want to talk about the Charlie Kirk situation and these people online and how they're responding and all this other stuff. I'm going to get to that. But first I want to talk about my travel aspirations. Again, I appreciate everybody for tuning in to the live stream. And make sure you tap that like button, double tap the screen. It's free. Get these likes up so that way, the more likes we get, the more engagement, the more it gets out there and all that good stuff. So what's up, Seth? Welcome to the live. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. But yeah, y'all. So let me go ahead and get into the travel aspirations of 2026. There's a few places that I definitely would like to go. I would like to go to Arizona, New Mexico. I literally want to take a couple weeks off and just go travel to like so many different places and get a lot of content. You know what I'm saying? Get a lot of content. That is like my aspiration. That is my dream, especially, Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, possibly Utah, around that area. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I definitely would like to go check out those places, get some good content out there with all the National geographical features and everything like that. A lot of nice towns and everything like that. Shout out to Stardust. For I was on live. Well, I went on Stardust Dreamers live last night, and she basically kind of inspired me to go like to these different places, because she lives like out there in that area, like New Mexico and all those places. Just absolutely gorgeous scenery, gorgeous landscapes. You know what I'm saying? I can get some good content out there, and I can kind of blend in, try to get me one of those you want them cowboy hats or something, But yeah, but that's my travel aspirations for 2026. It's more as well. I want to get to the Carolinas, North Carolina specifically. I want to hit the Research Triangle of Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill, and Winston-Salem and Greensboro and all of those spots, as well as some other historical Black towns and cities. And y'all are putting some really cool ideas out here in the chat. I see Moab. Dark Horse said Moab. That sounds like a great suggestion. I'm gonna look into that as well. I'm gonna do my research on Moab. Grand Canyon for sure. I definitely want to check out the Grand Canyon. You know, these are really good spaces, but I definitely want to take some time off to go get some good content. I know you guys will really enjoy that content, and I appreciate y'all for in tapping into the live stream and throwing those ideas out there. Y'all put out really good ideas, and I appreciate the engagement. You know what I'm saying? So this is why I like having these live streams, so we can have these discussions, and you know, and you guys put those ideas out there. So, you know, yeah, definitely, Seth. I most certainly will, man. I'm always going to be careful when I travel, for sure. I'm always going to be careful. Like I said, my awareness levels are like my awareness levels are always like you know, on 10,000. So yeah, I definitely going to be careful. And I definitely wish the same for you guys. You know, whenever you guys travel, or whatever the case may be, definitely be careful. You know, keep our eyes open, our ears open, and you know, keep our eyes open and keep our ears open at all times. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, the world can be a crazy place, but you know, but at the same time, you know, we should not be scared to roam the earth. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't be scared to roam the earth. This earth was created by God for us to see it, and not to be you know, not to fear anything, not to be, you know what I'm saying? You know, not to be like, you know, this is earth. This is our earth. Earth was created for us. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? We shouldn't fear anything, but we definitely should stay vigilant at all times. Like I said, I'll be watching everybody. Like, I'll be watching, I'll be listening, and you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, I don't care if anybody I don't care what anybody says. Like, some people looked at me and say I'm a paranoid. I look like I'm paranoid, bro. Paranoid. If you call me paranoid, then so be it. But you know, that paranoia or that third eye has kept me alive. You know what I'm saying? You know, like, for real. Yeah, get Alexandra, whatever this full name is. Get this person up out of here. Get this stuff up out of here. Belisarius said, my third eye got me into a lot of trouble. It's not supposed to get you in trouble. Belisarius, welcome to the live. Not supposed to get you in trouble. It's supposed to keep you, you know, tapped in and informed, and you know, and everything like that, you know. Nah, not having your third eye open is what's gonna get you in trouble. Most definitely. But yeah, y'all. But yeah, but I appreciate y'all. Like, you know, I'm definitely, when I travel, I definitely make sure I stay vigilant, and you know, and everything like that. I'm gonna definitely make sure. You don't have to worry about that now. Yeah, but you gotta you gotta have a sense of paranoia, and you have to be fully aware of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be fully aware of your surroundings, like, because there's people out there that don't have your best intentions. You know what I'm saying? So you got to be aware of those people, and also be willing to defend yourself against these people as well. You know. Yeah, the trolls is definitely up in here for sure. Dark Horse, definitely. They definitely in here. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You know, I've been told I was paranoid before, so I mean, but I don't look at it as paranoid. I just look at it as being aware. Like you said, Tina, there is a difference between the two. Absolutely, there is a difference between being paranoid and aware. Like, I'm aware. I'm an aware person. Like, I be looking. I be watching people. And a lot of that has to come, and a lot of that comes from just how I grew up. Like, you know, I actually lived in bad neighborhoods, and, you know, I lived in bad neighborhoods before. So like, it's kind of like, it's just ingrained in me to be vigilant and to be looking at people and watch people, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, so it's just instinctive. Some people just have them naturally anyway, those natural instincts. So welcome to the live stream, Kai. Thanks for tuning in. How are you today? All right, best friend, whoever you are, best friend, you're spamming the chat. You better be careful with that spam in the chat. Yeah, being aware also allows you to feel the shift in the environment. Absolutely. Absolutely. So, you know, you have to be able to adapt to certain situations, and you have to move accordingly. Like, like I said, I look at people's body language, I look at their facial expressions, I read all of that. I look at what they're looking at and why they're looking at it. You know, I survey everything. Hey, Bambi, welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you for showing love, stopping by. But yeah, General P9. That's right. Yay. I have Dr. Hart, ASMR. Welcome to the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I'm doing well. How about yourself? Bro, how I get my hair like yours? You just have to start growing it out, I guess. You know, you have to start growing it. You know, get starter locks, and then just let it, and just routinely retwist your hair, and wait for it to lock up. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the best advice I can tell you as far as that's concerned. Oh, congratulations on hitting 1 million subscribers, Dr. Hart. Congratulations on that. Appreciate you for tuning in and sharing that with me. All right, Piper Chick, you're spamming. Anytime y'all type in the same messages in the chat, that's considered spamming, and you're gonna get, you know, you can get blocked for that, or timed out or whatever. You know, we got to get these spammers out of here. Y'all got to know the rules. Like when y'all, here's the thing, when y'all come into these live streams, y'all got to know the rules. You know, I don't mind you guys coming in and having conversations and stuff like that, but when you're spamming, you got to know that that's not allowed. That's not allowed. It's not allowed. It ruins it makes it harder for myself, the host, and it also makes it harder for the other individuals who are in the chat. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to engage in conversation, and that could be very distracting. Yeah, I forgive you, Piper. I don't hold no grudges or anything. I'm just letting you know that's how YouTube operates. Like, it's not, that spam is not allowed, you know. But Gilbert Jarvis, what's your thoughts on black people robbing and kill? I can't, you know, my thoughts on it is that they shouldn't be doing it, and they should be punished for it. They should be punished for it. And, you know, like, and that goes for anybody, regardless of race. Anybody who's engaging in criminality and, you know, who are taking people's lives and playing God by taking people's lives and taking stuff away from people. Yeah, like, they should be punished accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's unacceptable. That's unacceptable. Appreciate that, Seth. Yeah, I do have great mods for sure. Nate be holding it down. Dark Horse holding it down. You know. Tina said something very profound. She said, you haven't failed until you expire. As long as you have breath in your body, there is no such thing as failure in your life. Yes, absolutely. And when things aren't going right, you have opportunity to turn your life around. You have opportunity. So when you have an opportunity to turn your life around or to make better decisions, definitely seize the moment and take advantage and make better decisions. You know. So definitely do that. Definitely do that. But I wanted to brief y'all on those places that I plan on traveling. That's where so far those are the places that that are on my wish list to travel to in 2026. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's basically, you know, where it comes down to. You know what I'm saying? No matter your financial situation, absolutely, Dark Horse, because there are certain things that that you could turn around, you could change, and you could take control of your life by doing so. You know what I'm saying? There you go, Seth. Because it make you think, huh? Make you think. Nah, Brandon, I don't look like your girlfriend, dude. Because I'm a guy. I'm a guy, so I'm a male, so I don't look like a girl. Nah, dude. Don't come in here saying that, bro. Nah, don't come in here saying that. That's disrespectful. You say some disrespectful stuff like that, you getting up out of here. Whoever this Brandon Wood character is, I look nothing like a female, dude. Just because I have long hair. So get you up out of here. What's up, Khaled 007? What's going on? Appreciate you for tuning in and wondering how Brandon look. Probably projecting. Probably looks like a female himself. Probably doing a bunch of projection. Oh man, you know, these trolls is tweaking today. Like I said, some of these I don't mind the trolls, but if you disrespectful, you know it's a line. You know what I'm saying? It's a line that it's certain boundaries and certain lines you just don't cross. You know what I'm saying? I'm sorry, Happy Gilmore. I wasn't trying to ignore you. I got so much stuff going on in the chat. But thanks for tuning in. And I see what you're saying. Yeah, we got to stick together. Absolutely. Stand tall. Yeah, for sure. What's up? I'm Batman. I'm from Rome, Italy. Okay. Shout out to Rome. Yeah, that's some place I would like to visit in the future. For sure. Yeah, y'all mods are holding it down. I appreciate y'all. Holding it down. For real. Yeah, these folks tweaking today. These folks tweaking. Yeah, but Seth, to answer your question, I said basically, well, I plan on traveling 2026 specifically. I might do a little bit of I'm gonna hit up some spots later this year too before the end of 2025, but 2026 for sure is gonna be like where I'm gonna really be in my content creation bag as far as travel vlogging. Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, and Utah. You know, Utah. So you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah. And South Dakota. Yeah, Nate, I definitely want to hit up South Dakota as well. I definitely would like to do that. You know what I'm saying? That's definitely a place I would like to go. Of course, Batman. Of course, I always respect the law, man. Oh, I'm not a lawbreaker. I respect the law, and I always make sure before I go somewhere, foreign, which you know, always gonna make sure I go over the laws. That way, I'm not like, you know, sometimes people might not know what the laws are and may not necessarily know it's a law and may not be trying to break the law, but they do it inadvertently. So yeah, nah, you ain't gotta worry about me breaking no laws. I don't even break laws right here in the States. I don't break laws, man. Virtual fist bumps. That's right. Yo, that's what's up. Virtual fist bumps. I like that, Dark Horse. But yeah, Nate. Yeah, Nate. I definitely would like to. I would definitely like to hit up South Dakota. What you mean, Dina? Why there's so many mods? You can never have too many mods. You can never have too many mods. You know. That's that. I don't know. I don't understand that type of that line of questioning right there. Never have too many mods. You know. What's up, Nick? Nick in the building. Nick WWE game to be more specific. How's it going, Nick? Yeah, I don't see someone. All right, brother. Whatever you say. Yeah, it's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah. Yeah, exactly, K-Dog. You can never have too many mods. You can never have too many mods, for real. But yeah, that's just a little rundown though where I want to go. And it's probably going to be some more places that I've traveled, but aside the ones that I named. But those are on the short list of places I would like to travel in 2026. Welcome to the chat, Gregory. I don't even know how to pronounce. I'm just going to call you Gregory or Greg, whichever you prefer me to call you. And Chris, welcome to the live stream, bro. Thanks for tuning in as well. I appreciate y'all for tuning in and hitting that like button as well. We got 14 likes. So shout out to y'all. Darucci, that looks like, I don't know what you're saying, but it looks like spamming. It looks like you're spamming. And I have to stop it, like, you know, I have to stop that at the door. I don't even know what Darucci is trying to say. But yeah, anyway, guys, let me go ahead and get to the I want to go ahead and get to the Charlie Kirk situation, because I've been seeing a lot of stuff on the internet that has been really bothersome. That's been really bothersome. Like, I mean, it's one thing to not agree with what the man is saying, because he's a conservative. He had conservative viewpoints and everything of that nature. Many of which I have. I'm a conservative myself. I have a lot of conservative viewpoints myself. So, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not, you know, of course, I don't really talk about politics on my main content on my channel like that. I don't really get into stuff like that, because, you know, to reach my audience, I just want to, you know, just go get the content and the travel, go get the content, record, do the commentary and everything. However, there's people online celebrating a family man. This is not just some regular, this is a family man who had a wife and I believe 2 kids. And his 2 kids aren't going to see him anymore. His wife isn't going to see him anymore. His family's not going to see him anymore. It's like when you see these people online celebrating, that goes to show you the lack of compassion that we have in this world. And it's scary. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this. I hope none of them idiots that got online, that was dumb enough to get online and celebrate a man getting taken out, you know, like in that fashion. I hope them idiots don't have a job. I hope them idiots don't. I hope for their sake, I hope them idiots don't have a job, because there's social media. Most employers have social media policies. They have social media policies in regards to their employees, because their employees essentially represent them. You know what I'm saying? So if they're online spewing hatred by celebrating a man's death who they didn't even agree with, then look, trust and believe. They're gonna them jobs are gonna fire you. Them jobs that they gonna fire. They fired a dude off of MSNBC for saying some disparaging remarks about Charlie Kirk. They fired him right on the spot immediately. He was gone. You know, despite the political views, despite debates, this man was a father and a husband. He did not deserve a little punk to take his life like that. Exactly. You're right. Absolutely, man. He didn't deserve that. Those poor children and wife. Yeah, exactly, man. It disturbs me that you have human beings who lack empathy and compassion. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad. But yeah, that's how sick the world is. You're right, Chris. And Dark Horse says that if you are happy that man is dead, then you are sick. You are a sick human being, and you are just part of the problem as the shooter. Yeah, exactly. You are just as much as a part of the problem as a shooter is. You exactly right. What up, Wesley? Long time no see, bro. How you been? I visited I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, Coahuila, Alabama this week, and I thought about your travel exploits. Okay, all right. Yeah, I don't think I've ever heard of that town, Wesley. I'm gonna look it up though. I'm gonna look it up and check it out. I'm gonna do some research on it. But I'm glad you thought about me when you was there. You know, as far as the travel exploits are concerned. People are even mocking the "I am Charlie Kirk" phrase by saying, "Yeah, that is true." You got a lot of people that are, you know, making mockeries of them. When you think about it, those kids will never play frisbee with dad. No story time, no joking at a campfire, and no dad. Yeah, man, man. You know how valuable that is to children, to have their father be able to bond with them and to do those things together. Like, it's just, you know, you can't put a price tag on nothing like that. That's priceless. Those are priceless moments that these kids are gonna miss out on because, you know, some coward that didn't agree with it, with what his viewpoints were, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's ridiculous. Yeah, like I've seen, it's been all over the internet. Like, go everywhere, no matter what. You got people talking, well, you know, he shouldn't have been running his mouth. He shouldn't have been doing this. That's what he get. Yada yada yada. Okay. Well, I hope you keep that same energy. If your boss sees that video, if your boss somehow, or if your boss don't see it, one of your coworkers go to your boss and be like, oh, such and such was online spreading hate. And I hope you keep that same energy when your boss pull up that video and see you violated social media policy, spreading hate online. All right, you out of here. It's stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's dumb. It's dumb. There are certain rules when you know, when it comes to social media. Like, I remember the last job I had before the job I have now. Last job, they even went over that. They explicitly went over the social media policy with us and said, you are a representation of this company. Just as long as you work for us, you represent us. If you see us, or if we see you online engaging in some type of hate speech, or so whatever the case may be, or if you're not conducting yourself in a civil manner online, then, you know, you could be terminated. So yeah, Dark Horse, those are a bunch of dumbasses for sure. For real. Oh man. Welcome to the live, Kai. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah. Absolutely. I missed your comment, Matthew. My bad, but you said all life should be treasured and respected. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely, man. I would never, like, even my, you know, even for somebody who I didn't like, even if it was somebody I didn't like, if I personally had a problem with, I would not celebrate that person passing away, because at the end of the day, that person still has family. They still have, you know what I'm saying? It's like, come on, man. Yeah, Charlie. Yeah, Charlie Kirk platform was so huge. His platform was so huge, man. That Turning Point USA, he had millions and millions. He had and you know, and that's just on social media. He had a lot of people that was vibing with, you know, that was vibing with him, and that, you know, really. And he was a type of person that he was open to having debates, and he listened to people. You know how some people, when they get in debate, they try to out talk you and try to over talk you and all this other stuff, cut you off. Charlie will sit there and listen. He will listen. He will listen to you. So yeah, you know. So Braxton. But out of curiosity though, Braxton, out of curiosity, what is that anyway? Lugosi, like, what is that? Like, I'm not sure. Like you changed your name from Braxton to Lugosi. Is that like a, yeah? What does that mean exactly? Not gonna wish death on somebody, but not about to ride with them neither. He was not a friend to my people, FBA. Well, that's your opinion. Hey, that's okay. That's all right. Just as long as you not, hey, if that is just as long as you don't wish death on him and celebrate his death, you perfectly fine to have whatever opinions you want to have about him. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, as a hey, $2 bills. $2 bill says, as a country, we have lost the ability to have open conversations. It's scary. It is, absolutely. It's really sad. It's really sad. Like, we should be able to have conversations without it resorting to violence. Like, it's a difference of opinion. Like, it's a difference of opinion. It like, at the end of the day, it's not that deep where it has to go left like that to where it just get turns violent. Like, it's crazy. It's crazy. At the end of the day, even if I have a difference of opinion than somebody else, it's no hard feelings. I still have respect, and I still have respect for that person at the end of the day. Like, it's just it's not much different than somebody who has a different sports team. I root for this team, you root for that team in sports. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might have a different type of sports. We'll talk our trash or whatever the case may be, but it ain't that serious where it's just got to be bad blood. It ain't got to be personal. And if we have a difference of opinion about something, that's what the whole purpose of having a debate or having open discussions about. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? And then if there's gonna be a discussion, debate, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, either y'all come to an agreement or some sort. Y'all might agree on certain things, or you just completely disagree on everything. But at the end of the day, it should just be an agree to disagree type situation. So yeah, it's just crazy. And to see his wife, Miss Erica Kirk, when she went up there and went to his chair that he used to sit at when he hosted his podcast. To see her stand there and basically try to keep it together, because I know that had to have been tough. Her standing there at his chair and basically saying these things, like, basically just giving her thoughts and prayers and basically just saying all these great things about her about her husband, Charlie Kirk. I know that had to have been tough. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I can only imagine how she feels when she see all these jerks online celebrating and saying all this disparaging things about this man. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't think, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you wouldn't want it if one of your family members, if somebody got online who didn't like you, or one of your family members, if they got online and started talking about how happy they are that they're no longer here, and then they tell a bunch of other people to do, you wouldn't want that. Like, you wouldn't want that. People don't treat people how they want to be treated, bro. Like, it's crazy. They don't have respect for other people and other people's no regard for other people's feelings. It's crazy. It's crazy, but that's basically what I wanted to get on here on live and yap about. Basically, I got about 20 more minutes. I'm gonna sit here and talk for about 20 more minutes, so that way it'll make it an even hour. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in to the live stream thus far and engaged in this conversation. I appreciate my mods for holding it down. But yeah, we got 20 more minutes. You got 20 more minutes that I'm gonna be talking about some stuff. I know it may be too early to ask this question, but I'm gonna ask this to my viewers anyway. Does anybody have any intentions whatsoever to travel in 2026? Do anybody have any intentions to travel in 2026? or even anytime during whatever's left of 2025. Feel free to drop your comments in the chat. Where you guys, do you have any plans to travel, or do you have any desires to travel anywhere? It don't have to be anywhere overseas. It don't have to be anywhere. It could be the next state over. It could be within your same state, 40, 50 miles away. You plan on going anywhere and doing anything anytime soon? Yeah. Got 19 likes. One more like. One more like. One more person. Please hit that like button. We get it up to 20. Get it up to 20. We got 19 likes. Try to get it up to 20. There we go. There we go. Shout out to whoever hit that like button just now. It got me to 20. Yeah. This has been a good live stream, despite the trolls and the disrespect. You know what I'm saying? It's been an overall live stream. But yeah. But people, we gotta be respectful. Gotta be respectful to one another. You know what I'm saying? Gotta be respectful to one another. And on top of that, you know, I don't know, just gotta be respectful. And no spamming. No spamming. But other than that, come in here and you talk about whatever you want to. We could talk, and because I know there's gonna be people in here that talk they smack and maybe troll a little bit. I'm all right with that. But if you disrespecting people, you come in here disrespectful and you make it personal, then that's where you know what I'm saying. That's where the line gets drawn in the sand. That's where the line gets drawn in the sand. So. Other than that, this is a cool place to come to vibe and talk about, very insightful topics. And, of course, like I said, I like to travel. But also know that wherever you go, we have to be careful. Everybody just have to be careful out here in this world. Don't be fearful. Like I said, don't be fearful, but be vigilant. It's different between fear and being careful. You know what I'm saying? Be vigilant and like I said, watch everybody around you. Watch who you surround yourself with. Look for suspicious movements. Just know how to survey the area that you're in, and you'll be okay. You'll be fine. And that's what I have to tell myself too. I tell myself this all the time. Like every time I go somewhere, every time I travel, just be real careful and just, have a good time and all that good stuff and enjoy yourself, relax, but just be careful. I appreciate everybody for supporting and for, like I said earlier, in the chat, earlier in this live stream, you guys put your gave your input about some cool places to go visit. Just piggybacking on for what I was saying earlier. So I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for that. The engagement with y'all and the participation in the live stream shows how much y'all really support a brother here on this channel, P9TravelVlogs. So for those who haven't seen the videos that I posted over the course of the last 3 days, I have them up on my channel. Whenever you guys get an opportunity, please check them out. Leave a comment if you'd like. The more engagement, the more it helps the videos get pushed out into the algorithms. You know what I'm saying? It helps myself get pushed out to the algorithms, and that'll really help me out a lot. You know what I'm saying? Even if you share it with one of your family members, co-workers, whoever you vibe with like that, you know what I'm saying? Friends, associates, whoever, you know, I appreciate you guys for sharing the videos and just engaging in the videos and leaving comments. You know what I'm saying? You know, if anybody knows somebody from these areas or that I cover, or if you from those areas yourself, you know, feel free to, if I highlight a video that you've ever lived in before, of a city that you lived in before, or that you visited before, or that you grew up in, whatever the case may be, if you had some form of experience with a city or town that I showcase on my channel, feel free to share your memories of that place, whether good or bad. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to talk about your experience growing up or visiting this particular place. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, those are really important conversations to have. You know what I'm saying? So the interactions are always cool. Just as long as the end is that at the end of the day we're respectful to each other. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're respectful, feel free. But you know, as far as disrespect, I don't tolerate. I wouldn't disrespect you, so I expect the same in return. It's that simple. It's that simple. You know, but yeah, that's pretty much everything. I got about 12 and a half more minutes before I reach my 1 hour on this live stream. It's been a really good Sunday for me so far. Productive and all that good stuff. So yeah, was able to get some stuff done. And you know, I'm probably about to, in the next 10 to 15 minutes or so, I'm gonna get off of here and get dinner going and just vibe for the rest of the evening until it's time for me to go to work. Got 21 likes. 21 likes. That's what's up. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, the chat done went silent. Yeah, I'm not getting any more chats. Nobody else but yeah, y'all, I appreciate y'all. Another thing too that I want to say, P9TravelVlogs, my motto, or at least the slogan, I should say, the slogan that you might see in my logo, it says traveling minds to another dimension, traveling minds to the 9th dimension. So in essence, that means just, you know, as I'm traveling, not only am I traveling from a physical standpoint, but my mind is traveling, just, it's ascending to another dimension, that's beyond Earth. I mean, what that means is just, it's just my way to getting connected with the universe. You know what I'm saying? You know, you have the physical world and you have the metaphysical. So, spiritually wise, it's just good to get tapped in with the cosmos. And quite frankly, I feel like more and more people should do that. If I probably say if a large percentage of the population did that, And I'm not just talking about American population. I'm talking about just the global population as a whole, would just get tapped in to the universe, get tapped into what's real, then and just get connected with nature. That would minimize so much of the negativity, the violence, and the outrage and the animosity and all the bad vibes, the low vibrations and everything like that. Because energy is just that. Energy is vibrations. Whether it's negative energy or positive energy, there's vibrations, there's wavelengths, there's there's frequencies. You know what I'm saying? It's just no different than when when music is being played. There's frequencies, there's sound waves and all those type of things. There's frequencies going on. There's sometimes there's there's megahertz and gigahertz and all those type of things. Those are literally metrics of energy. So if we're listening to negative music, if we're listening to, that's low vibration, that's low vibrational. But if we're listening to uplifting, soothing, calm, relaxing music, that's high vibrations. Those are that's you're on a high vibration. You're on a steady wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a correlation between music, energy, and the thought process. I just thought I'd leave you guys with that, because we all have to be, we should be connected to something that's real. You know what I'm saying? And essentially, what's real are the plants, the animals, the trees, the sky, whether it be the daytime sky or the night sky. At night you have the stars. You know what I'm saying? You have the stars, and you have the galaxy, the constellations, all those things. All those things are in alignment with the universe. And so that's why I feel like, that's why I like to listen to soothing music, because it's like I'm at peace. I'm at peace with the universe. It's kind of like you have an out of body experience, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? There's prayer. When prayer is good, but meditation is good as well. Meditation is good as long as you're at peace. As long as you're doing something to where you're at peace, and your breathing levels are being managed in a good way. Because that's another thing too. Being at peace definitely helps your breathing. It helps manage your breathing. It helps manage your blood pressure, and it helps manage things like that, your heart rate, all those things. Like, just be one with the universe. Be at peace with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And once you do that, you're able to see. The thing is, meditation, in my opinion, meditation is better than medication. Meditation is better than medication. You know what I'm saying? Because meditation, at least you're in a space where you are able to clear your mind and get tapped in with your inner thoughts, and able to relax and calm down. It's like it's a natural way of basically healing yourself. It's a natural way of healing yourself, and to calm down, and to get your manage your blood level, your blood pressure, and all those type of things. You know what I'm saying? Whereas with medication, and again, for those that are taking medication, I'm not telling you, you shouldn't take your medication. If you've been prescribed medication and you have to take that to, to take care of whatever you got going on with you, then by all means do that. But I'm just saying, like, meditation is good because it's a natural way of, getting your breathing under control, clearing your mind, and getting your blood pressure to the ideal levels that it needs to be at, and all those type of things, you know. And I'm grateful, and sometimes finding things that just make you feel at peace is a way of doing that. It's a good way of managing stress. You know what I'm saying? It's a good way of managing stress. Like, I don't even need to get high off of drugs like that. You know what I'm saying? I can just, get tapped in with the universe, and that's like my natural way of managing stress, managing anxiety, stuff like that. So I wanted to leave this live stream like that. I wanted to leave this live stream on that note. Yeah. This is why it's so important to be um in areas that's quiet, there's peace. I feel like people underestimate the true value of peace and tranquility. This literally helps you get into a high level of thinking. It helps you be able to get into your creative space. You know what I'm saying? And to be able to write down your ideas and to focus on certain things that you need to handle in life, whether that be trying to manage your finances, trying, in my case, planning travel trips and stuff like that. Uh just doing those type of things. This is why this is why I like to sit outside a lot. I like to sit outside and just listen to the natural elements. I like to listen to the crickets. I like to listen. If we had, like, I mean, I only have a creek back here, but if we had like say a beach with with some waves, or just hearing the sounds of natural flow of the river, it's so relaxing. So I want to also, that's why I do this channel, because yes, I go show the places, I showcase these cities and towns or whatnot, and give the history and all this other stuff. But I also want to emphasize how going to these places and traveling, and a lot of times when you go check out the natural landscapes, how therapeutic it can be and how relaxing it could be, bro. This is the earth. This is our earth, man. This is natural. This is the natural. We supposed to be here on this earth to enjoy and to reap the benefits of the natural elements of it. You know what I'm saying? And so many people are just disconnected from that because they're so caught up in the superficial things in life. And the superficial things in life can somehow take us away from what's real. And what's real is the trees, the plants, the flowers, the sky, the water, the mountains, the farmland. the valleys, the foothills of the mountains, whatever the case may be, whatever natural geographic forms that are prominent in your areas, that's where it literally uh, is what is real, is nature. And P9 Travel Vlogs, the purpose of this channel is to not only travel, but just to get tapped in with nature. But I also have to really remember this too, is that I'm still in the world with other individuals. I'm still in the world with people. So I still have to, you know, be on the lookout for people who not tapped in with the with nature. People that are just, you know, that are disconnected, and you know, all that type of stuff, and that are under the influence of substances, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? People that are just not right, and people that are, you know, under demonic possession, or whatever the case may be, on that demon time. I got to be on the lookout for people like that. So, you know, so I'm a peaceful dude, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I want. I just want to leave you guys on that note. I'll probably be on here tomorrow. I can't make no guarantees I'll be on live tomorrow, but I'm gonna try. So until then, guys, you guys have a blessed night. Um, you know, I appreciate each and every last one of you guys, and see you on the next live. Peace.